How's it going, guys? Welcome back again for some more Tales from Timor. So ever since I got here, I've been talking to my 2-year-old host brother in English because I feel like this is a great opportunity for me to mold a young mind. And there's this one saying that I've been saying to him every time he falls down. What do we do when we fall down? We get right back up. And the more and more I say this, the more and more I begin to reflect upon what this quote I think is really trying to teach my 2-year-old host brother, and that is the skill of resilience. And that's what I want to talk about today, is the skill of resilience, because I think it is an incredibly valuable skill in life, and it is very pertinent to me being here in a totally different country. Being here in a new country has made me encounter a lot of different problems that I am not used to. For example, I was grading the English exams that were taken this past week, and not only were these exams poorly written, but I had over 400 of them to grade. And I don't care how dedicated of a teacher you are, going through and giving adequate feedback to over 400 students is just not feasible for your own sanity. But at the same time, a lot of the problems that I'm encountering are the same problems that we have in America. For example, right now it's campaigning season for the election, and while I can't particularly endorse a specific party from who I've been talking to in Timor, apparently they think politicians are just as stupid as they are in America. So you see, there are problems when it comes to the minutia of things, but overall, I feel like the world still suffers from the same problems. And that's what makes resilience such a valuable skill. Because you see, it is with resilience that we can encounter the world's problems without being defeated by them. Now, before I get too far into this, I know I talked about persistence in my last video, and now I'm talking about resilience in this video, which can seem like they're the same thing. Now, there is a difference between persistence and resilience, but the two terms do go together hand in hand. See, persistence is going out and punching a tree 100 times a day, while resistance doesn't come into play until you break your hand when punching that tree. I don't know why punching a tree was the first thing that came to mind when developing this analogy, but I have been reading manga a lot, so I think that explains it. So let's say you're punching a tree 100 times to get stronger at punching, and all of a sudden you break your hand. What do? Do you keep doing it? I mean, you definitely can, but then you're probably going to just further damage your hand even more, to the point where you're probably going to need to get it amputated, and then you're not going to be very good at punching. Do you give up? Again, totally feasible option, but then all the hard work that you put in just goes to waste. Or do you take some time, think about it, and come up with another way to achieve your goals? See, that's what resilience is. It's not just coming back and doing the same thing after something goes wrong. It's about coming up with alternatives to reach your goals. You see, any idiot can be persistent. It doesn't take that much brain power to just keep coming back and doing the same thing over and over and over again. However, I don't think everyone can be resilient. Resilience requires self-reflection, patience, discipline, and intelligence. Skills that aren't going to be found in just anyone. Every time I think of resilience, I think of this quote from Rocky Balboa.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
Now, a lot of Americans watching were probably introduced to that quote by a coach or a teacher that they had in high school who was weirdly into motivation. And even though I have mixed feelings about motivation and people who are really into motivational videos and motivational speakers, I still think there's a lot of truth to this quote. Because you see, life's gonna hit you hard sometimes, and you're gonna fall down. And what do we do when we fall down? We get right back up. Ate logo, guys. I'll see you next week. Before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And also, when you can, check out the video that I've been doing. I'm doing this thing in the month of May, calling it Mic'd Up May, where I just write acoustic songs, and then I'm posting them on YouTube and on my Spotify. So go ahead and check them out. Support an independent artist. I'll see you guys around.